there is this tension, just illustrated in the Make America Healthy Again movement, because it's a all of government response. That, for instance, the Secretary of Agriculture really doesn't want to see glyphosate banned, or atrazine or other things that are important for the margins and the productivity, because we still believe that we need to feed the world for some. We're totally blind to the fact that by pushing high carb food precursors into island nations, the poor, Africa, et cetera, what we succeed in doing is destroying indigenous agriculture, right? And substituting these low food value crap products that are, high in polysaccharides, starch. But the government is still wedded to that, and the belief that in order to maintain profit, yield, et cetera, we have to have these things. So that's just one example of kind of the tensions within the MAHA commission that exist. And but regardless, that report came out, and it was the strongest statement, I think, from any government ever about toxins and the things that are impacting on public health. Now, people, the complaint is, yeah, okay, fine. So now what? Well, that's the structure is that right now, people like Callie Means, who's another special government employee, had a lot of hate thrown at him, and his sister, Casey, who's appointed as Surgeon General, but yet to be confirmed. So these people are now, in this next 100-day span, writing the action plan. So that's the next thing you're going to see drop. Is the first one was the threat assessment. Now you're going to see the action plan, and then you're going to see deployment of that action plan. And by the way, the president for this commission gave as a directive to the secretary, I want to see measurable improvements in the health of Americans within 2 years, because rim shot, that's the midterms. So they're very focused on stuff that we can do now, like getting artificial petroleum-based dyes out of our food stream, which you guys already did. Fruit Loops in the UK are a pale product in comparison to Fruit Loops in the United States, because you're not having a bunch of petroleum-based dyes put into your product because you've banned them.
What the London Real Investment Club actually does for you, it gives you the keys to open that door to the inside deals. In the last 3 weeks, I've participated in 3 incredible deals: a layer 2 Bitcoin protocol, an incredible AI protocol. The deal flow is beyond what I expected. I don't think I've ever seen a model like this that just gives average folks the opportunity to be behind the deals. And that's exactly what we've done. Not only that, you get to hang out with Brian Rose every week. And for me, that was huge, because I look at Brian as somebody who's not only an expert in the space, and I think is on the leading edge, but just the leading edge of thought with London Real and the work he's doing there. To anyone who's taking a serious look at this, I know it's a big decision. It was a big decision for me and my family, and it is one of the best decisions I've ever made. So I wish you all the best, and hope you come join us.
So that's just one example. The hot button at the moment is that Bayer, which kind of got a pig in a poke when it bought Monsanto, because the tsunami of lawsuits for damages associated with glyphosate wasn't even close to cresting when they made the purchase. And now their stock is way down. Their board is not amused, and they've hired a new CEO who is committed to taking back the profitability of Bayer and Monsanto, and fighting back against the narrative that glyphosate is toxic. And so they've done this, there's just an illustration of how things work in this space. What they've done is that the lobbyists working for Bayer have taken a two-pronged approach to dealing with this. They're getting state legislatures to ban any legal action having to do with pesticide liability. The U.S. The Environmental Protection Agency and the U.S. Department of Agriculture define glyphosate as a pesticide. You might say it's an herbicide. I say tomato, you say tomato. That's how they've defined it. And so they put in legislation, they've got it through in Georgia and one other state, that you can't sue these guys, which is very similar to the legislation, indemnification legislation, that was pushed through for vaccines. And we saw what happened then. And they also, in parallel, are doing the sneaky with the current budget bill, the omnibus bill that they're trying to jam through Congress, of slipping in a clause that will make it so that the EPA will lock in whatever guidance they have about toxicity, not be able to change it for pesticides, must disregard all of the scientific literature going back over a decade. Basically, they're working to get a federal indemnification bill that's retroactive so that they can shut down all these lawsuits and all these payouts and make it so that nobody can ever sue the pesticide industry and the herbicide industry again in the United States. Well, that is a directly in opposition to the agenda for Make America Healthy Again. Yet it has the benefit of being backed by one of the largest chemical companies in the world and all of their dollars, very similar to the dynamics that go on with the pharmaceutical industry in the United States and drugs, in particular vaccines.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.